Mike.
Morning, guys. It's Corrupted
And Drago.
with Ramen for the Soul. Welcome back to the show. Today we are on episode 111 through 135.
Yeah.
So, we left off with, for a lack of better term, with Luffy getting absolutely, I don't want to say demolished, but it's pretty close to that. He gets stabbed through the stomach by Crocodile in 135, and Crocodile just throws him in the hole, tries to leave him for dead.
Yep, pretty much.
And Luffy's just like, I didn't hear no bell. He keeps trying to fight him. But Crocodile's just like, there's no use. This is already over. You wasted my time.
Literally, humbling them at that point.
Just drowned in the sand. He sends the sandstorm that he created at Yuba to hit the old man.
At the same time, he just found, water, too.
Yeah.
That was some real insult to injury type situation.
And while he's, holding Luffy up, so where he stabbed him, it wasn't just, his stomach. It was, he had a thing of water around his neck. Luffy did. And it got broken by the hook. And it got Crocodile's left hand covered in water. Well, his entire arm got covered in water. And Luffy grabs his hand and starts squeezing. Or his wrist. Grabs Crocodile's wrist and starts squeezing. And he's actually able to hurt him.
He gets
Crocodile grimaces.
Yep.
Because Luffy's squeezing his arm so hard. So we know that when it comes to physicality at that point, Luffy is the stronger of the two.
No, by a long shot. Because I know, literally, as soon as he starts grabbing his arm, it's like he gets that revelation, I can actually hurt him. He's actually weak.
And then Crocodile just throws him away after that.
Yep.
And he's just like, well, I'll see you later. Not.
Deuces.
And leaves, thinking that he killed him. Nico Robin shows up. And it's just like, well, first, before Nico Robin shows up, because that's kind of a big point, it cuts to Smoker and Tashigi. That's how you say your name.
Tashigi, yep.
And Smoker tells her, I need you to keep a vigilant eye on this country and where it ends up, whether it falls or whether it survives. The dawn of a brand new and historic age is on the horizon. Which, it sounds like they're just saying, he's saying that, the country might have a tumultuous, Crocodile might take over, is what it sounds like. But I think he's actually talking about Luffy ushering a new era, because he thinks Luffy will beat Crocodile.
Yeah, because he's, at that point, Smoker already had his run-in with Luffy, so he knows what he's about. And I think at that point, Smoker knows that Luffy was gonna take down Crocodile.
But also, in about 20 episodes, you learn why Smoker likes Tashigi. And it's not the reason you think he would leave.
Not at all.
Leave her in it. It's more like he did it so she can learn something from Luffy.
And she really did. Because he put her in a big position. You can easily say she wasn't ready for that. But when she got everything rolling and stuff, she kind of acclimated well. But like you said, it looked like she was put in that position to learn, strictly. even giving her like reins to make decisions and stuff. Because he could have easily told her like, "No, make sure you take down the straw hats." But no, he said, "You'll figure it out."
And then he says, "I'll take responsibility for whatever you do." Yeah. And then it goes back to Luffy in the quicksand, and Nico Robin shows up and pulls him out of it. And she says, or she asks Luffy, "Why do you fight?" And then she doesn't say the entire conversation out loud, but she asks Luffy, she says, "Why do you fight? Those of you with the name D." And Luffy's just like, "D? What the heck are you talking about?" And then she thinks to herself, "Who are you people? What are your intentions? Apparently you don't have a clue what I'm talking about."
Yep.
And then Pell shows up because it turns out Pell survived getting his neck snapped.
Dude.
It's not the dumbest thing he survives.
No,
so
no.
So it's fine. And Nico's just like, "Pell, get him to the capital so he can finish his fight with Crocodile." And Luffy's on death's door. All he says is, "Need meat."
Meat.
And it's just like, okay, dog. The rest of the Straw Hats get to Alabarna on a giant crab.
Crazy, right?
A perverted giant crab.
Literally.
Yeah, it's a giant crab that wants to watch Nami and Vivi in dancer outfits dance.
I don't even think it was dance. I think it was another term for strip. The way he was acting. That boy blood pressure went from 0 to 100.
Which is weird for a cold-blooded creature.
Right?
He was just like, "Oh, shit, dog." And then runs across fast as fuck.
Talking about that boy damn near ran across water for that boy.
To see some titties.
Well,
crazy. I've seen some people do similar stuff in real life, so. But it's just weird that he was a crab. Named Scissor. Or Scissors.
Yeah.
Which, like, begs the question, was that like a joke because he's a pervert? That his name is Scissors? You know, like... Scissoring, like, is that what Oda was going for?
Hey, I thought about that when I saw it the first time too. I was like both Vivi and Nami here, he's attracted to him. You gonna name him Scissor? Okay, like for
real. And when they arrive at Alabarna, they take the Supersonic Duck Squad, which apparently is like the squadron Karu is either related to or the leader of. It's implied that he's a member of it.
Yeah. Before
they left 2 years ago. Before Vivi and Karu left 2 years ago. It's implied he was part of the force. The Straw Hats pretend to be Vivi. It's as dumb as it sounds. Zoro even forgets that he's pretending to be Vivi, and he gets mad. And he's like, "Hey, what the heck? I mean, my name is Vivi." Like, he legit does that in the episode. And you're just like, bruh, what?
Bruh, those impressions of Vivi were very much so not accurate. And
like, how the fuck did Mr. 2 fall for it?
What? I said the same thing.
Like, he's just like, he legit thinks Sanji using like the most mocking cross-dresser voice ever. Legit just like, oh my god, Sanji is Vivi.
Bro, it is funnier because...
He's met Vivi.
Yeah. It's funnier because literally every Baroque Works agent fell for it. So, like, not even... Like, they could have not said nothing. Not had the cloaks and just mask on. And I still think the Baroque Works agents would have fell for it.
Yeah, they would have been like, "Yo, Vivi's got green hair now." Damn, she must have cut it for a disguise.
She cut it and dyed it. I don't even know if they got hair dye in the One Piece universe, but they would have fell for it.
Based on a theory that we'll get to on much later, but the Baroque's work, people probably know it is possible to completely change. And like,
yeah, actually
it actually like makes it make sense a little bit.
Yeah,
especially like Bon Clay, he can change gender on demand.
Yeah.
Because he gets like the entire body of the person that he copies.
Yeah, the entire body, and he can choose. He can choose whether to get just the body or just the face, or to have one without the other, or have both.
Yeah, or like, I think later on, Katie make it like where he has just like the arm, like different parts of his body, like become someone much stronger than him, just to hit him with something stronger. But so actually thinking about it, the disguise kind of working does make sense, even though we were just laughing about it, because they know it's possible to change all that stuff.
But the voice, though.
No, but I'm saying they know who Ivankov is.
Yeah.
Like the members, because everyone knows who he is, or they are, or she is, or whatever Ivankov is.
Yeah, no, we don't know. We just
So well, they call him a he all the time. So he goes by he all the time. So I guess it's a he, or at least all the things I've seen, they call him a he.
But people of Kawabaka Kingdom do call him she sometimes.
Yeah, but the people call him queen. But like Dragon uses the he. And
that's
everything.
Dragon, though.
But I'm just saying, like, and never corrects him. Luffy calls him a he.
But
Whitebeard calls him a he too.
But seeing Ivankov's character, like, I definitely wouldn't even like see him objecting to either one. Like, I could see him definitely answering either one.
Yeah, he probably doesn't give a fuck. But the big thing is that because he's like the most wanted man, one of the most wanted men on the planet.
Yep.
That the Baroque's works would 100% know who they are. And we learn in the Impel Down arc that nobody knows Ivankov was captured.
Yep.
Because they're all shocked that Ivankov's there.
Yep.
So it makes sense that the disguise worked now.
Not the voice, though. The voice part. Though,
well, no, that's how all the people on Ivankov's island sound.
But for Vivi, though? No, the reason why is because Vivi was a part of Baroque's. That's what makes it so crazy. I know she was undercover, and they found out later. But, like, just in general, how she was already a part of Baroque's, they should know what she sounds like.
Or it at least makes sense for Bon Clay falling the hardest.
For Bon Clay,
Because he's like a massive fan of Ivankov.
Yeah, he knows.
Like it's an entire character thing in Impel Down.
Yep.
Where he's like, it's like he calls him like one of the greatest leaders or whatever.
No,
I think
the greatest. Like
the greatest.
He looks up to him.
Yeah, he like worships the dude.
No, you're right. That does
so
make
it makes
a little more
sense that
Bon
like
Clay,
with hindsight. With Bon Clay. But remember, Bon Clay and Miss Doublefinger know each other. He just didn't know that Miss Doublefinger was Miss Doublefinger. Like, apparently they're, like, it's implied that they're friends or something.
Yeah.
So, it would make more sense because Miss Doublefinger, if they are friends, would know about Ivankov. Because Mr. Bon Clay, when Ivankov comes up, you find out that he worships them as his idol. Like he worships Ivankov as his idol. So outside of going to war, it would make sense. Because Impel Down only takes place like a month after Alabasta.
I don't even think it's a month. I think
it's at least several weeks.
At least.
Like it's at least like 4 weeks, I think. Because it takes several days to get to Impel Down. It takes, I think, 2 days to get to Impel Down. But yeah, so like it takes place like right after, like in the same time frame. So he would have been like a massive Ivankov fan forever. So it makes it make a little more sense than it sounds like it does. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, a little bit.
Like,
Just for Bon Clay's sake. But you remember,
stupid.
yeah, they're dumb as
That's
hell.
like their entire
Yeah.
thing. And then it kind of makes sense for Miss Doublefinger to fall for it. Because she's friends with Bon Clay, or at least they know each other outside of being Baroque's works agents, you know? Like, they know each other. Because he's just like, oh, I would have never guessed you're Miss Doublefinger. She's just like, yep. So, but Mr. One is dumb as fuck. For
Even,
that.
like, in the fight with Zoro, like, that whole thing was just making me think, like, bro, there's no way that you got where you are because you're smart. Like, no.
Well, he's, like, his devil fruit's a paramecia type fruit.
Yep.
But it feels more like a Logia type fruit because his body's just steel.
Yeah, but, yeah. No.
Like it's a paramecia type, but it, like, he has the properties of steel. So, like, he 100% just got there off of having a bullshit ability.
Yeah, nah. They rankings don't make sense.
The Straw Hats fight the Baroque's Works top brass, Mr. 1 through 4 minus Mr. 3.
Yeah.
And when fighting them, we get Chopper and Usopp versus Mr. 4 and Miss Merry Christmas first.
Yep, Badger Lady.
And we learned something really stupid. Mr. 4 doesn't have a devil fruit. He's just super strong. But he has a pet cannon that ate the dog fruit model. Is it Dachshund?
It's like, yeah, Dachshund.
Like wiener dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just like, dude, what the hell?
No, this revelation, even when seeing it for the first time, was just something.
I don't know what happens if it eats a rumble ball.
Hey, that was a question.
Like, what's it turn into? Does it turn into a ship?
Nah.
You gotta. That's like. Does it turn into like the mini nuke launcher from Fallout? It's like.
I don't know, man, because the rumble balls affect the transformations themselves, so it would affect
it's a zone fruit, so it has 2 more forms.
Yeah, and I don't know, man, dog, because it's an inanimate object at the end of the day.
But it has sentience, though.
Yeah.
Or it might not have. It's smarter than a normal Dachshund.
Yeah.
Much smarter.
That mud don't talk.
It can calculate.
Yeah. But no. I thought that fight was very crazy how it was choreographed.
I didn't really like the fight because it felt like it took 7 episodes, but it took 2.
It really felt like that.
There's just the important part of it is like Usopp's.
Yeah.
We learn like trickery is his tool.
Yeah.
Like he pulls out the fake 1-ton hammer and it's just frying pans and paper mache.
Yeah. But even
really funny.
Like the way he was slinging that hammer though, when they was playing whack-a-mole, that jump was so funny. Cause the way he hitting it, yeah, it's on with paper mache and twigs and stuff. But he hitting that thing and it's literally shaking the ground every time he hits it. And I'm just like, bruh.
Is it shaking the ground or is it just the cinematography, though?
I would say it's the cinematography, but for it to just be a bunch of paper mache and stuff like that, that shouldn't be like that.
Well, remember,
but I like it, though.
2 frying pans. That's still going to hurt.
In the PUBG logic.
Yeah. It's 2 frying pans, like, taped together in paper mache to save 5 ton. Like, also, like... They're just like, you lied about having a 5-ton hammer. Lady, he pulled it out of a backpack. like, what you expect?
Nah.
Like,
no, what did she expect for real though?
Nah, let's like do the math real quick. Like, I know math is bullshit in the One Piece verse, but 1 + 1 still equals 2. So that backpack, or I guess it's technically a knapsack, or a messenger bag needs to be like nigh indestructible.
Yeah.
And Usopp has to have shoulders the size of fucking mountains to carry it over his shoulder.
Yeah.
Because muscle mass directly correlates to how physically strong you are. Because Luffy, like, they don't show it often, but Luffy's actually the most ripped member of his crew. You know? Like, when they show him actually flex and it's not rubber. Like, his arm's like twice the size of Zoro's. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
So, like, we know that, like, how ripped you are in One Piece is, like, how physically strong you are. Because, like, Garp's one of the most ripped people in the setting. Or, listen, Whitebeard's one of the most ripped.
No, I would have gave it to Garp. I would have gave it to Garp. I think the only reason you say Whitebeard because he was taller. Because he's taller.
Well, it takes...
You talking about buff or ripped? Like, definition-wise or mass-wise?
Well, mass-wise, it's still Whitebeard
because he's taller.
Yeah. He's like 7 foot and change.
Hell no. He's taller than that.
Oh,
he's like 9 feet.
Oh, I thought he was like 7, 11.
He's way taller. He's like 9, 10 feet tall.
That gives it to him 100% then.
But Garp's has
that
like...
filled out.
Garp... I mean, yeah. Garp's probably like just this much more wider than him if you put them like right in front of each other.
Like Kaido's wider than Garp.
Yeah.
Because Garp just looks wider most of the time because he wears something on his shoulders.
And then we ain't even got into Oars and Oars Jr. The freaking.
Well, they're giants. That's different.
Yeah.
That's like cheating. Like it's like.
Yeah. But nah, man. That's right.
But the big thing in the fight though is that like Usopp's getting fucking destroyed. Like he gets hit in the face with Mr. Four's actually 4-ton baseball bat.
Yep.
Like it's actually 4 tons.
Yep.
Like he leans it up against a brick wall and the brick wall collapses.
Yep. Brick wall collapsed under its weight.
So like he's legitimately that physically strong. He's also a massive dude too.
Yeah, so, Mr. Four is like, what you say? He's pretty much built the same way that Bat is, kind of with the low bottom, high top, and he's a baseball batter. That's what the whole thing's supposed to be. Yeah. And boy,
but the big funny. Thing is, Miss Merry Christmas like mocks Luffy. He's just like, Luffy's dead, and then Usopp's just like. Lock-in mode activated, and then refused to give up.
It was when she started mocking Luffy being king and mocked the whole crew, and simultaneously when Chopper came up, because at that point they just delivered like this whole damn near fatal blow to anybody else to Usopp, and they thought he was dead, just sitting there laughing at him, and then he just Undertaker's get up. I ain't finna let you just laugh at my Captain Stream. He will be king of the pirates.
Yeah, just like that's how much faith they have in him. And then right after that, they make Mr. Four kill Miss Merry Christmas. Thank God.
Yeah, in that
'cause she gets hit square in the nose with a bat.
Yeah, when she was grabbing Usopp's feet and trying to drag him towards Mr. Four, and he hit some kind of reverse Uno card on her.
Oh, no, he just took his shoes off.
Yeah, he took his shoes off and imitated Miss Merry Christmas's voice, like, swing, Mr. Four. And he swung.
Because he threw like a smoke bomb, and then he jumps out of his shoes, and then Chopper uses
the horn
point to pick her up.
And move her towards.
And it hits her like the bridge of the nose,
which is,
and it like caves her face in.
Oh yeah, she caught that work.
Yeah, and then I forget what did they do to Mr. Four to knock him out. Oh no, isn't it Behemoth Point?
What? No, I think Usopp one shot that man. He did something because both of them did like a one shot to Mr. Four, if I remember.
I can't. That's how like little I cared about Mr. Four that I can't remember how they knocked him out. I know they knocked him out. I know they knocked him out.
I think Usopp hit that hammer, didn't it? He took a hammer or something and hit him, or he shot him. Or
that
something.
was earlier, where he hit him with the 5-ton hammer, and it knocked him out for like a couple of seconds. Oh yeah, we forgot a very important thing. Koza, who's the leader of the rebellion, led the charge and attacked the royal army, but Vivi almost stops him, and a bunch of fuckfaces from Baroque's works shoot a cannon to create a sand devil so that they can no longer see Vivi, so they think it's just a mirage. We almost forgot that.
Oh yeah, with yeah.
And then we get Sanji versus Bon Clay, and you can see they're pretty much evenly matched.
Yep.
It's just Sanji has more conviction. Like, they're equally good fighters because, like, they keep knocking each other out with every kick.
Yeah.
Like, every major kick.
And they fight kind of similarly, too. Both of them with the feet.
Well, like, Bon Clay will also punch, but Sanji won't punch. But then Bon Clay pulls out his secret weapon, and it's the stupidest fucking secret weapon I've ever seen in my life. He puts the swan heads on his shoulders, on his feet, so that his kicks are like whips. Oda, what the fuck?
Hey, he was having fun in the early days. Because, you know, Oda never thought One Piece would take off, or he'd even be doing it as long. I think Oda only planned to do One Piece for like 10 years or something like that.
Well, dude, this is like a year and a half into the run.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, what?
This also was like, what, like 2001? Let me see.
I think it's 2004.
Hold on.
Because the manga came out in like 99.
I had the freaking what are names right here in the summary. But I got the dates too.
And then when that secret weapon doesn't work, he uses his other secret weapon of turning into Nami.
Yeah, that worked perfectly.
Because he realizes Sanji won't hit a woman that he thinks is attractive.
Yeah, it's like 02 when most of this is coming out.
It's something in that time frame. I know Marineford is 07. Or not 07, it's 10. Because it happens like the same time frame as Shippuden. Because the time skip happens after Shippuden started.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
What happens after that? Sanji wins because Bon Clay doesn't have an actual reason to fight outside of Crocodile will kill him if he doesn't. And that's like how Sanji wins. It's because Sanji's just like, you're not going to beat me because I'm seeing the all blue and then I'm watching Luffy become king of the pirates. And then we cut to Mr. One and Miss Doublefinger.
Yeah, that's her.
Huh?
That's her. Miss Doublefinger.
Yeah, I know that's her name.
I forgot about her.
Yeah. She, I think her name's like Kafka or something like that.
Yeah.
The only reason I know that is from the One Piece TCG. Because her name is Kafka / Miss Doublefinger.
Yep.
Or Kafka. I can't remember which one it is. Because one of those is the main person in Honkai Star Rail. And the other one is Miss Doublefinger. And I don't know which one is which. But then, since they're the assassination members of Baroque Works, they're just like, we're not going to fight Zoro. He looks too tough. Chase Nami. And so Nami runs away. And Zoro's just like, at least the guy's going to fight me. And so he fights Mr. Three Swords versus I am the sword.
That's literally in a nutshell, Mr. One. Like, oh,
yeah, he ate the
three swords.
What is it called? It's like
dice.
Like the Japanese version's even dumber.
I believe
I looked it up because I couldn't. It's like the something super no mi, and it means like human sword, or like when they do say like it's like this the dice model something something.
Oh.
And it means like
name.
human. It means like cut. It's like it's like dice fruit model human sword. It's something stupid like that. And then we get a Easter egg in this fight that takes 7 years to pay off. Because Zoro discovers hockey, but he doesn't know what it is.
Pretty much.
He discovers observation hockey, but he doesn't know what it is.
Armament.
Well, no, remember, it's he sees the rhythm of everything, or he can hear the rhythm. So he becomes the Netsu, but not useless. Because remember, that's the Netsu's whole thing.
Zenitsu? Oh, you talking about...
From Demon Slayer?
Yeah, Zenitsu. Okay. All right. I'm with you now.
He knows where to cut demons because he can hear it. Like, that's what he pulls.
No, I think he got both of them, though. The observation and the armament. Because...
Well, anyone can get those as long as they master hockey. It's not like
Conquerors. Yeah, but still, like I said, it took several years for it to come back to this point. Because we didn't know nothing about none of that. Even, well, we'll get there, but Luffy does the same thing.
Well, what's it called? Luffy accidentally uses it. The reason people like him so much is because of his Conqueror's hockey.
Yeah.
We learned that later on.
Yeah.
He doesn't understand why people like him so much, but that's why Shanks likes him so much. Like, as soon as Shanks met him, Shanks knew that he had Conqueror's hockey.
Yep. He was capable of it.
Yeah.
No, that's like one of those things, like, on a basketball court, you'll favor somebody who can dunk versus someone who can't.
Well, like, there's an
like
amount of
level.
Inherent athleticism in that.
Yeah.
Like, so, like, if you can dunk, you can probably defend better.
Yep. Like, like your range of defense is wider. Because somebody go to jump on you, you can dunk. You can get up, too. So, yeah.
So, usually, like, it's not always the same.
Of course.
But, like,
of course.
But it's just, like, knowing what happens later changes everything. Like, you see all the little Easter eggs.
Yep.
That Oda clearly didn't intend to be Easter eggs.
For real, it's like, what I feel like.
And then, like, you get to a point and he just goes, I remember when I wrote that. Let's put that in there. Like,
but that's crazy, though.
Because all the stuff that turns into hockey doesn't seem like hockey.
Right.
But they're just like, no, it's hockey. Why? Because Oda said so. But, like, so... What's his name? Who's Zoro's sword teacher? Because Zoro has a flashback to learn how to cut nothing.
Oh yeah, I forget his name, but rewatching this
Kushina's dad.
Yeah, but yeah, might as well just be Kushina's dad.
Let's just go with the Boruto's dad meme on this. Kushina's dad.
But nah. Absolutely coming back to that flashback, and he just straight up say there are swordsmiths that can cut nothing. It literally took me like 3 listens to sit here and realize what they just said.
But still cut steel.
Yep.
And then he does that shit. He slices a tree and cuts nothing, and then in the same motion, it has a name. I can't remember. It's like the movement where you wipe the blood off your sword, where you flick the. But when he does it, he cuts a broken piece of a house in half.
Yeah, the like little a stone rock that house was right next to him. Yeah. He just put the sword down and it cut. Yeah.
But like the explanation is like he can hear the rhythm of the stuff, so he knows where to go where the blade doesn't align.
Yep.
It makes no sense.
No. But fictional story.
Also, it's like you can see his development as a character in that moment. Because he's like, he beats Mr. One with a single sword style move.
The one sword style.
Lion's
Tiger.
Trap.
Lion's Trap.
I think that's the name of it. Yeah, he catches him with the Lion's Trap. And remember, like every other point of the story, when he only has one sword, he's like super neutered and never pulled off anything. Except for when he's on the brink of death. Like against Mihawk, it made Mihawk go, okay, I like this kid.
Yep.
And then against Mr. One, it gives him the power to defeat him. Like
when he gets on that brink of death.
Yeah.
And even in that
Where he
little
can
part,
hear the rhythm.
yeah, even in that part where Mr. One has sliced that whole pillar and everything, I wish Oda would have drew it different. 'Cause I swear, I was mad. I'm like, bruh, you supposed to cut off his head right then. The way it was cut, I'm like, his head is supposed to be gone. What? Fictional story.
No. It's not gone because Zora has plot armor.
Yeah, plot armor.
Also, I don't understand how he cuts things that he doesn't touch.
Yeah.
Because, like, Zoro, they make it make sense because when he does it, he slices the air and it sends forward an air wave, is how they explain it early
but
on.
in Mr. One's case...
It's that he swings so fast and with such perfect technique that air, like, the force of the air is the same shape as the blade, so it cuts through shit.
Yeah.
But with him, he's just like, cut.
Yeah, like the little...
Because there's no air after it. So you're just like, how's he do that?
Like, especially when he did, like, that little 5-finger, like, cut stuff that cut it in, like, a grid.
Oh, you saw Atomic Slice.
Yeah, Atomic Slice, how he just grid.
Yeah, and he does it like this, like, because his fingers are super long, so he does like this with it.
Yeah.
Because his hands go out. It's weird.
Yeah.
But bright side is he's apparently dead. Because
he's not dead.
No, I'm saying the Marines report him as dead later.
They report him, but
yeah,
later he comes back. It's a fodder character. This ain't no spoiler, but nah.
That's one of the devil fruits I want to see awaken the most.
I ain't gonna lie, that would be cool.
Because imagine if he could just like do a Colossus from X-Men, but it's knives.
Yeah.
Or like, you know how they say like people have a piercing gaze?
Yeah.
What if like his piercing gaze cuts people?
Or he could be like Kimimaro. He
That's
could pull
true.
like his, like he can extend his stuff, like use his bones.
Well, he
and
can
stuff.
extend stuff like this much, and y'all can't see it, but it's like an inch or two. Because, like, his fingers get wider when they turn into blades. Yeah. And when he made the excavator arms thing...
Yeah, extended his wrist a little bit. Yeah.
So, he can extend somewhat.
And you can see he can move them in, like, different areas.
Yeah.
Like,
that's why it feels more like a Logia than a Paramecia. Yeah.
And what he did on his forearms, I can see him doing that, like, on his fingers.
Oh, if I was him, I'd just pull, like, I'd pull a, what's it called? Alex Mercer from Prototype with the whip. Because, like, if you can do that, then why can't you make a blade whip?
Yeah.
That's just something. It's one of the ones I want to see the most because there's so much potential there. Like, what if it turns out it's more Logia type than we thought and he can do, like, liquid metal shit? Yeah. It's just, like, when I was watching, I was just like, I really want to see it go further.
He's still around in later chapters, so it's a possibility.
I think he's in Impelled Down.
No.
In the Impelled Down?
Nope.
Or, because,
do you not know about Cross Guild?
I know about it.
So you know who's all in it?
I'm talking about when they go... When Luffy goes
he's
to
in the Impelled Down when they go there.
That's what I'm talking about, yeah.
But where they are in the story right now, they're all out of Impelled Down. Like,
I'm not talking about... I'm talking about in the Impelled Down arc when Luffy goes.
Yeah,
because I think Mr. Bon Clay says something about
it's when
all the numbers being there.
It's when they go down in the same place where Ace is. Because that's where Crocodile is. That's where Mr. One is. But that's only two they show. They only show Mr. One and Crocodile.
But Bon Clay and Mr. 3.
But Bon Clay was there from the jump, and so was Mr. 3. So.
Yeah. But Bon Clay says something about like a lot of the members being there.
Yeah.
The only reason I remember it is because I read that chapter like a month and a half ago, I think.
But you know about Cross Guild, though, right?
Yeah, but we all need to get into it because it's so much crazy stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But it's basically Mihawk being a bitch, but not really. So Zoro beats Mr. One by cutting steel and nothing at the same time. And
pretty
then
much, in a nutshell.
Yeah, it's... Let's be real, it's kind of dumb. And then... then We get Miss Doublefinger tries to double finger Nami.
Yeah, pretty much.
And she gets beaten by an Usopp invention that doesn't even work.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, that was a pretty sad loss, just seeing that. Because it's like, you had her. Like, Nami was dead. And then you just spin birds. Literally, they just wrap around her in the most inconspicuous, non-threatening way ever. And just start spinning.
It makes sense, though. Because in, like, 3 episodes, we figure out that blue staff is apparently magic.
Yeah. Pretty much.
It makes no sense.
At all.
But,
I don't even know how Usopp was able to make that.
Yeah. With lies.
Yeah. And it worked.
And
it
then
definitely
it
worked.
Cuts to the palace. Everyone in the palace is getting fucked up because Crocodile's an asshole. We see the, what do they call, the something claw strike force? What are they? They're like the Green Berets of Alabasta. But yeah. They have like a penguin on their freaking...
Yeah, I know.
I think it's supposed to be a falcon because I think they're like Pelsmen.
Yeah.
But it was super weird that the high up in the military are like designed after like Native American tribes, like in the Mojave Desert.
Yep.
Like that's their aesthetic, but it's supposed to be based off Egypt.
Yeah.
Like it even has a big ass river going through the middle of it.
Like the Nile.
Yeah. So it's like what? But they take steroids so good that it kills you.
Yeah, the forbidden, what they called it,
elixir.
The forbidden elixir.
Yeah.
And it was crazy. I remember that scene because now it was crazy.
Get like 10 seconds of super strength.
Bro, that's what I said. I'm like, oh yeah, we took the forbidden elixir. We're so sorry, sire. And you literally just walk up and Crocodile's like, you mean to tell me y'all about to die? I'm just going to go up here for a couple seconds.
No. It's like, we're going to hit you with our weapons, and Crocodile pulls the Bugs Bunny meme. How about no?
No.
Yeah. Like from when my Pokemon tries to learn the non-damaging move. No.
I'm talking about like he literally goes to the top. And at this point, it's like Oda was just trying to make Crocodile into just the worst person ever because he's just talking so much noise.
Yeah, but also like we get a couple of character things from him. He's like the only thing a man should value is his own life.
Yep.
And he's talking mad shit.
Yeah,
he's just like I've already killed Luffy. What's a couple more stragglers? Chaka's just like, how dare you? Shows that he's got that dog in him.
Literally.
Yeah, that's why I said
Boy
it.
got the dog fruit model jackal.
Home dude looks like a mentally retarded Batman.
Literally, like, I wish they would have called it something else. Because if they was trying to make an Anubis devil fruit, it didn't work.
Yeah. Nah, dude, he looks like if Batman was afraid of animal control instead of bats. It looks so stupid. But he's like, I'm going to get you for this. And Crocodile's just like, no, you're not.
But you about to die.
Crocodile, like, messing with people more. Koza shows up. Koza's just like, oh shit, I was wrong this whole time. I'm an asshole. But he doesn't say it in those words. He says it in similar words, though. His entire plan was directly under the palace. So, the bomb had a 5-kilometer radius, right?
Yeah.
He wasn't 5 kilometers underground.
Fictional
so, if he didn't turn into sand at the moment of the explosion...
He would have died.
Mans would have died. He would have got turned to glass even if he did.
Yeah.
It would have just been like... Fuck.
Just like, like what you gonna do now, Crocodile.
So, also, we'll get into it in a minute, but there's something really stupid about the design of Logia fruits that we need to talk about when we get to the final fight. what's it called? Koza's just like, oh no, I must warn everybody. And Vivi tackles him, and it's just like, you fucking moron. They're fighting a war. If you tell them, they're just gonna cause a panic and continue to kill each other. Koza's just like, damn, she's smart. And so...
That's like all that rage blinding him.
Yeah. And so she like, or Kozai's like, okay, I'm gonna go warn him. And then Crocodile's just like, I got you, Vivi. Grabs her by the neck, holds her over the edge of the palace.
On some Mike Jack stuff.
He's like, long live the princess. Like, does a Scar impression and drops her. And then, it's a bird, it's a plane.
It's crackhead Luffy.
Well, technically it is a bird, it's Pell.
Yeah.
But I do like how the scene is, because he's in the sun.
Yep.
When he comes
we love
through
those scenes.
Yeah. So it's like archetype of the sun shit, archetype of the self stuff.
Nah, he literally like
style.
Came out of the sun, or when he came out of the sun, got her and flew back up into the sun, and that's when Luffy jumped off coming from the sun onto Crocodile like dawn is ascended on
you. He punches Crocodile in the face, and Crocodile's such a bitch that he's mad that it worked.
Yeah.
And it turned out it worked because Mario just finished his speed run, or Luffy just finished his speed run of Super Mario Sunshine, so he has a water backpack. I love that he still has both holes in him during this fight from getting stabbed by Crocodile. I don't know if you remember, he still has both the holes. Like, they're not healed. Because it's a plot point. Because he says, I know I'm leaking water through the hole. Which implies that the hole went through his stomach, by the way.
Yeah.
So that means, like, he has major internal bleeding. And he's just like, it's cool, I'm rubber, dog. It don't matter.
There's one thing they never went full detail about. Is just how far do these devil fruit powers work internally?
So we know that Luffy is like, now that we know that it's not a paramecia type fruit.
Yeah.
We know that like
mythical zone now, but yeah.
We know that, but also it's different than a mythical zone fruit than a typical one, because he has, without trying to, he has all the properties of rubber.
Mm-hmm.
But like, to have the property of what you are. It's like Chopper. His fruit fundamentally changed his body.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, Chopper's true form now is his kid hybrid form.
Yeah.
You know, that's his true form.
Yep.
Because when he turns into a reindeer, when he's like a reindeer form, that's like a leg point.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like his base form is now human hybrid form, which leads credence to my theory that the human fruit is a mythical zone fruit. I think.
Ultimate Choppers.
Yeah, because it would make sense. You know, because it works different.
No, it would 100%.
But
it's just like the same thing with Chopper and his bounty. I think we really don't know what Chopper is, like, fully at freaking all.
I think they don't want him brought in because he disproves a lot of what the world government says.
Of course,
if he gets brought in.
Yeah, but the way they treat him, like, I think his bounty currently is like 150 berries, and it's
his first bounty is like 5 berries.
No, it's like 50.
I thought it was like
he don't get increases. His increases don't go up at all. Like, he get like a 50 berry, then at 100, and literally just now got it to 150. But it's like the theory that Chopper is gonna do something so freaking crazy that they gonna have no choice but to give him like 100 million berry bounty or something like that.
My theory is like they don't want people to know a human fruit exists.
That Also, yeah.
Like they want him.
Right
they
now,
want everyone to think that he ate the reindeer fruit or the deer fruit model reindeer.
Hey,
is my theory.
I think that would be like a good plot point to come out
because it makes them not seem special anymore. It changes the dynamic with humans.
Because technically Chopper and Luffy have the same devil fruit, just different models.
Yeah.
So it could go into the government's ploy of trying to keep the Nika fruit down. That's why they don't want to.
Yeah.
Also,
what if Chopper? It makes sense if Chopper is a god's fruit too.
Oh, it would.
Also another thing is a human fruit existing implies the existence of a what's it called? Like a giant fruit.
Yeah.
And what's the race of the angels?
Lunarian.
It implies there's a Lunarian fruit, but also the Nika fruit might be a Lunarian fruit. I wouldn't be shocked. Why? I wouldn't be because they have the ability to breathe fire and shit.
But why wouldn't it be Buccaneer when Buccaneers are the people that worship Nika?
It makes sense. Well, I'm just saying. I'm not saying I think it is. I'm saying I wouldn't be shocked if it is, because it makes sense.
Because Buccaneers are the people that got killed for worshiping Nika.
Yeah.
So that's why I will go.
But isn't they're not the only people that worship Nika? Because isn't
them
Nika,
and the giants?
Yeah, because Nika's the Albathian god. Of
so they ain't told us much about Buccaneers. All they told us was that they worship Sun God Nika, but they definitely could be a giant race.
But
I
wouldn't be shocked.
No,
it just adds credence to stuff that happens later.
Yeah,
and it adds credence to our whole Ubermensch argument if that's the case.
We'll get there.
Yeah,
100% get there.
So back to where we were. Crocodile's mad that he's getting Luffy drops a fate on him, and it works. Luffy just keeps squirting water.
Yep.
But it's actually it's actually kind of poetic because it takes a man trying to steal the life from a nation, and we find out he's actively stealing the life from a nation because he's the reason it's not raining anymore, and that goes into what's with Smoker. That goes into what's going on with Smoker.
Nigga.
Because we'll get into that in a minute, the Smoker part. But it's Luffy's literally using the thing that gives things life, which is water, to fight a super greedy dude that wants to take everybody's life from them. So, but Luffy can't beat him with just the thing that gives life. He has to beat him with the thing that gives himself life. It's just kind of poetic when you think about it.
Yeah, especially when you come back and in the later parts, it's not just water he's using anymore. It's his own blood.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
But also, we learned that Crocodile's fruit has, it's not a normal Logia.
Yeah, special Logia. Blackbeard's.
Yeah. It's he can turn into sand, but that's not what it does. It has the properties of sand, and he can use the property of sand to suck the water out of stuff.
Dry it.
Yeah, to dry stuff out. And he, Luffy, beats the crap out of this man. And so I couldn't think of a better way to describe it than Crocodile gets pissed and locks in. Because he's just you know what?
Yeah, no, 100%. Because it was everything Luffy was doing to him at that point. He was at first it was him oh, this hurts. I mean, what am I going to do about this? And then literally he gets mad and he starts freaking defying the freaking physics of everything. When Luffy starts spitting that water at him, he just absorbed. What?
Yeah, and then he explains what his actual power is.
Yeah.
It has very Paramecia style qualities to it.
But we starting to notice now that the best fruits in general, not even type, but the best fruits in general can have the properties of more than one.
like all the mythical Zoans have a paramecium ability attached to it. Like Marco can manipulate fire.
But Marco's is like the Logia shit to it. Because he's a
or
mythical Zoan, but...
Oh, what's his name? I'm thinking of a different one.
You talking about...
he's Logia. And Yamato has like slight Logia tendencies to it.
Yeah.
Because she can use lightning.
Yeah.
Or is it he? I can't remember. Because Yamato...
Look, at this point, everybody should unanimously just agree she's both. Like, in the respect aspect...
The thing is, she's not, like... We'll get there when we get to Wano, because it's a special case.
Oh, yeah. Very special.
Because it's not like... It's not a political thing with Yamato. Like, everyone tried to make it... It's a respect thing. Everyone tried to make it a political thing when it first happened. And it had nothing to do... It actually hurts the political argument to use Yamato as a thing. Yep. Because her entire thing... It's just because she worships this one person as a god.
She has just that much respect for Odin to the point that she wants to be verbatim Odin.
She's supposed to be... She responded to the meme, if Odin's so good, why isn't there an Odin 2?
Nah, you're right.
It's just like... You're right. There is. Ta-da! But back to the story.
But not like in Crocodile's case, like the way his fruit just operates, like he has the Logia naturally, but out here doing paramecia stuff, affecting stuff around him.
He literally says, "The true power of sand is drying things out. Watch my right hand can suck the life out of anything by turning it to dust.
Even water."
Yeah, and so he does. It's not his ultimate attack because Spada is technically his ultimate attack.
Yeah.
But he puts his right hand down on the surface, like the grass of the palace, and he sucks the life out of No Homo.
No
everything. Diddy. Yeah, no Diddy. Well, no. I think he went full Diddy.
No, I'm talking about with the...
Yeah. I know that. But I'm saying just like... In a few minutes, it's going to be 100% Diddy.
Yeah.
With him.
But we ain't saying no homo no more. We're saying no Diddy.
No, in this situation, weird. I think it is no homo, not no Diddy, because he is about to try to beat the fuck out of his right hand.
I didn't expect you to go there.
It's not like you saw like the footage that leaked or that they came out with.
Oh, that he did Cassie dirty?
Of him beating the shit out of her?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the joke I mean. He's about to do that to Nico.
Hey,
so that's why I said I don't think we can say no Diddy. We have to say no homo here.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Cause he about to go full Diddy.
100%. No, you about to do some Diddy-ish actions right now.
He about to have some very Diddy behavior. Or he about to exhibit Diddy tendencies.
Hey, we gotta call him the Crocodiddler.
I got it. No, bro. So, Diddy tendencies. Yeah, that's what we're gonna call it. He's about to exhibit some tendencies. Because, it's P. Diddy and you didn't see it.
Alright.
So that way there's two jokes at the same time.
Double entendre at its finest.
I learned that from the Kendrick beef.
Yeah.
I learned how to do double entendres from Kendrick. But Crocodile, after destroying like the palace and everything by making his right hand pull a Meek Mill and suck the life out of everything.
Yeah.
He grabs Luffy by the neck and literally wrings his neck and absorbs all the stuff. But what's really funny is the entire time they're fighting, Luffy drank all the water and he's like using his body as a water pump to spit massive water ball. But he keeps missing
Yep.
And it's hilarious because when he gets hit by something, it like shoots the water out of him straight up in the air. And so Crocodile grabs him, drains all the water, drops him. It's just like, well, you're done for. But he forgot that he made him spit all the water straight up in the air and then drops him straight down. So the water just goes
all in his face.
And he has like, because he had like a drum on his back, and a drum is like 55 gallons. So like 40 something gallons of water just falls on Luffy. And Luffy's just like, what an idiot.
Luffy calling Luffy says that, an idiot.
If Luffy's like that, then you know somebody did something stupid.
Nah, 100%. Like, Luffy call you an idiot, but you might as well go and go back to Phonics.
He doesn't call him an idiot, but he's just like, wow, Crocodile's dumb.
Yeah. You might as well go on, get back to class, go on, get you a book.
Nico Robin takes King Cobra. I keep wanting to call him Cobra Commander.
Cobra!
Like, I keep wanting to, like... every time I say Cobra, I just think Gojo, like G.I. Joe shit. But and Cobra Commander.
Man.
But
G.I. Like, Joe, for those of y'all that don't know,
it's toys from my childhood.
Yeah, that's a lot of people probably don't know what G.I. Joe is.
Oh yeah,
a lot of these
anymore.
Youngins.
That's right. So Nico takes the king to go find the poneglyph so she can read it. And it turns out Crocodile's whole plan is just he wants to know about Pluton. Which doesn't matter for almost 20 more years. You know?
That's true.
It takes 20 years to get the payoff. For the entire Alabasta plot, it takes 20 years. Because what we say this came out in?
01.
01? Oh, it took 21 years. Or 22 years. Because, what's it called? When did the Wano arc start in the manga?
Oh, that's a hard one.
Probably 22, right? Because it's a really long arc. So it took like 20-something years. Like 21 or 22 years to get the payoff for Alabasta.
2018 is when it started.
Okay, so it took 17 years to get the payoff.
20 years. Nigga math. Come on, 20 years.
Or, what's it called? No, actually, the start of Wano isn't because of Pluton. Mm-mm. We don't learn it, so it takes like 22 years to get the payoff. Like the actual payoff for Alabasta, because it's at the end of Wano where it's just like, oh, by the way, guys, you know that Pluton thing that they were looking for 3 years ago? It's here. It's just like, what?
Then they mention it again in Water 7. That first time we mentioned Pluton again is Water 7.
But, so she reads the poneglyph. Crocodile shows up. And it's just like, what's it say? And Nico's just like, well, here's a history lesson on Alabasta. That's what it says. And Crocodile's just like, I don't believe you. And then it cuts to Luffy chasing after them. And Luffy's wounds are messing with him. So he just passes out on the lawn in front of the tomb. Which, when you think about it, is a very Luffy thing to do. Like, at the end of the day, that is 100% something Luffy would do every day of the week. I can see that happening. Like, there's not a day of the week I don't see that happening. And then, after that,